Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Crazy D's Equipment. So, that's right, another barn find. So this here is a 1950 Case SC, and it's another one of those cases I've talked about in a video, what things to think about before you're when you're picking your project. So this is one of those things I was talking about. So this tractor, they were restoring it, they lost interest. They removed it from the shop, pushed it into the barn, and that's where it sat from the early 90s till I was contacted and I was asked if I'd be interested in it, and they gave me the tractor. Me and Christopher drove all the way down, aka Junior Mint, drove all the way down to Atlanta, Kansas, picked it up, brought it home, and now the process is to figure out what do we got here. What you can see, there's a lot of tin metal and stuff. They started painting, they started working on it. The engine is not stuck, it is free, it turns over, and I like to see today if we can't get this to start. Now, the radiator's missing. I did find another radiator. I don't have one in the parts building like I thought I did, so I'm gonna have to order that radiator in if the motor runs, but I'm not going to waste the money on ordering a radiator if we're not going to be able to make it run anytime soon or at all. So the first thing we're going to need to do is bring the hot seat around and give this thing a bath, because it is 25 years of hunter virus right now. The mice and raccoons have had a poop fest on this tractor. So we're going to get the hot seat around, give this thing a bath, and then we'll go from there. So let's get started. Let's see if we can make it run.
Two.
Okay guys, so I think we got this thing de-hunter virus the best we could. There's one thing we're going to change right off the bat before we even try anything. They put a mag on here, and apparently the mag wasn't working, so they put a coil on here, drilled a hole in the top of the mag, and run a wire inside there. Then they got, a condenser and stuff on there, and I'm going to get rid of this because I have no faith in that ever working. It might, but I'm not going to try it. I had an SE a few years ago that the mag went bad, and all he had to do was good old put in an international distributor, and I had an X1 in the garage, so Doc's going to slap that on. Junior Mint is going to get his get the auxiliary fuel tank and a battery and stuff, and we're going to hook up to this fuel line here that runs to the carb and put a battery up on here and see if we can't turn this over and get it to start. So I'm going to have Doc put this on, get it wired in. Junior Mint's going to do that, and then we'll see if this thing will turn over and start, and if it does, good. If it don't, we'll put it in the back for now, and we'll get some things together, and we'll take this project on later. So anyways guys, let's get started.
Your battery will come back
on this mag.
Oh, mag.
Yeah.
Well,
So
that just tells me their plan wasn't working to start with.
meow meow.
That's an ideal F for fail. Oh man. We power wash. this thing, and it still could use another power
Another
washing.
2. It has the Hunters. It is the sick.
It is the sick. It is plagued. It is the plague tractor. Positive ground or negative ground on these?
It should still be negative.
It don't reach.
You'll have to move that cable, Chris.
Yeah. The bolt. Do we have another?
We should have
Gross.
one in the shop.
Gross. Have your virus back.
I don't know if that coil cord is going to do any good. It's
Can we clean it first?
yeah. You might go to the shop and get your stuff to clean it.
There's a screwdriver or something in there?
Do we have any backup?
That's all there is in the Doc's tool bucket.
Okay.
You have to go to the shop and get something.
They've gutted this thing.
They gutted it. So they were trying to make a distributor out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do that.
I'm with you on that one. If you want a distributor, just go get a damn distributor. This place called eBay, especially back in the 90s, it was absolutely full of tractor parts. It's getting a little harder now,
Do we have?
but get a full plug.
Yeah, I gotta make sure we have that center
You
one.
should have the plug in there. If not, I got a plug wrench over on the, yeah, they're like,
You a scrapey
Oh,
boy.
yeah.
You might be too wide up a scrapey
16th or
boy.
something.
I think they're the same. I think I got a plug wrench on the D. Hold on.
You a stabby boy.
Super.
Another stabby boy.
Do.
And almost. Nope.
There you go.
Point.
Original 1940 something plug wrench.
Let's go with Scrapey Boy. No, you're too wide for a battery cable. That sucks. God damn it.
They that
Hey,
loose.
drill bit? The drill bit actually might work.
Not bad looking.
They're not bad, but they ain't great.
Plug's a little off.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. I used to have a kit for this.
I don't know if this is actually gonna work or not.
Is there enough any compression?
I should have found it by now.
Is there no compression? Uh-oh.
Yeah, go in that direction. Oh, there was it. I think I found it. Hold on, gotta do that again. Come on, do it one more time.
This thing still smells like mice bottoms. I'm hearing tunka now.
See this?
That's clean enough.
I don't like that noise, really.
That's normal.
There's
The other one would do it.
Good?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I can't find something else. I probably got it.
Shiny. Enough to make connection.
Got to take it off in there.
Yeah, because I don't know what to do. Never had that problem.
Well, it's set so long. I'm sure those rings I probably didn't have great compression to start with before they started fixing it up.
Feels man.
Supposedly, it was supposed to be. It was running great, and they decided it needed to be restored and painted up. But but let's figure that. If it's been sitting, let's say it's been sitting since 97. That's 24 years. Okay.
No, it's not stiff enough. Could be.
What have
And there's no. Case wasn't like international, a bunch of marks. And what is this dot? What is this dot?
it's a timing mark.
See another dot that it's supposed to line up with?
Are you loose? You're not loose. Well, that's no good. I might need to go get the drill again. No.
Should line up with. Is it this here?
Yeah.
What is that? We'll go. I'm gonna get something and be back.
Chris, you can change that wire over.
Go in the hole, you. Yo.
Well, the chokes.
Go in the hole.
I don't know if it is.
Daddy's not going in the hole. Here, hold this.
Battery cable.
You came out of this hole, now go back in.
Clean this up, Chris. You can put that right here.
Okay, well, you don't get that.
Put it just right there.
That's what I was thinking. Does he have
Should be a wrench in the bucket.
11/16? It is not 11/16.
It is not 11/16.
It looks like this size. Doink.
It should be at 3/4.
Yeah, that must be
is-
it. We're top dead center, so usually that's. We're either there or we're 180 out, but okay.
It'll either pop or cut.
As long as we're, somewhere in the ballpark.
Okay, I need to go get drill again. That one might be easier.
Okay.
Oh, my pants are wet now. It's a bit wet still.
Whoa! That was not cool.
What?
I stabbed a spider and he came out after me.
We don't stab
I didn't
spiders.
know what kind of spider he was. I'm waiting for you guys this thing to start and we blow a mouse out of the exhaust. Remember that international truck that we got running? I've been sitting in a barn for forever, and Craig started out and it backfired and shot 3 mice out of the tailpipe. That was hilarious.
Boy.
They were kamikaze mice.
Now. Oh, you know, Teddy.
It's the longest bolt in the world to hold on
Did
a
you-
little piece of tin.
You got, well, actually the fuel tank straps down onto that.
These 2 bolts?
And that's something I never realized. I was thinking everything's there. It's missing the fuel tank straps.
Okay.
I think it's,
I gotta do some more engineering, so.
maybe there isn't a strap on the fuel tank on these.
I'm
It'd
gonna
be bolted down.
What?
do that. I'm gonna be back. I'll be back. I gotta do some engineering.
Gotta do some engineering.
Yeah, because there's no threads in this one for some reason.
Oh, well, fun.
No threads.
All right, guys. Gas is in cam. We had to do some interesting wiring things to get power to distributor and stuff. The throttle is still stuck, but I can kind of, if I don't lose my arm in the fan, move it from here. So I guess, Chris. I think the choke still works. So let's pull the choke all the way out.
Come on.
No.
What?
I smell gas, but that's because I'm standing next to the fuel can. Okay, so the carburetor is dripping.
Yeah.
That's
So
good.
we got gas here. Do we got spark here, Doc?
Sure.
And do we got spark in time? Because I know you had issues.
Should still be hot. Put sparks in there.
Come on, really honest to God. If this thing starts, I'll be amazed.
Still have no power in here, kiddo.
All right, so we don't got any. All right, so we got to figure out why we don't got any sparky.
Yeah.
All right, so sparky is where we're still at, as Christopher always says. All right, so we got no power there. Are we sure that coil's good? Okay, that's no power. I guess that's
Okay, so that wire's just shit.
yeah.
Wire no
Well,
working.
what if we just run our own wire to the battery?
I think that's what we need to do.
Okay, let's go. There's some wire in the shop. Let's just run our own wire, not use anything off the tractor. No. Or
There's too much resistance in there, kiddo.
I think it's too much resistance. Let's get a different cable. Okay. Try attempt 1, fail. Attempt 2 here in a minute, right? Okay.
Now did I
So
got
what
it
did
right?
you guys do there?
Well, we should have done that in the very first anyway.
Pull the top to get it.
Yeah, because there's not enough compression to get to do it what I call the fast way. All I did was figure out where this was doing intake, because this one does number one, because this is your sister cylinder. So number one sister cylinder is number 3, so it's the next one that fires. We'll look for it to start going into intake, which would be it going down, which makes this one going up, and then both these here should spin
Okay.
when you're in top dead center or headed up in compression.
So you want to do a little worried, Chris?
I don't
It's a
blame
bit
you.
dry as much as we've been cranking it. I'd like to oil the whole top.
Yeah. I thought it was oil. It's oil. It's hydraulic oil.
Yes. Hydraulic oil is
With
better than
everything.
no oil at all.
Everything.
Before she starts.
Okay, who gets a match? Oh, wait a minute. That's not good.
Well, we're not at that point yet.
Oh, we're not that.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
You guys tried.
I mean, if you want.
Give it a try and see what happens.
If it runs,
Put the fuel back on it.
yeah, I got it back.
poor jumper cables. We have ignition power.
I'm gonna have to do something that get that throttle
Is everything clear?
rod cleared up.
Just in case it actually starts.
Yeah, I think so.
No guarantees.
Well, let's see. We get
Ready?
somewhere.
You ready?
Okay.
Yeah,
Mic on. Mic on.
It's trying.
I think we need to
Just
adjust.
Just a tiny bit.
swing.
I don't know. Is it firing? Is it firing too soon? I think it's firing too soon instead of too late. Also, we're leaking again.
I see that.
Where are we linking at?
So that what other? I think the other way because it's going this way. So
Is it?
if we're firing too soon, yeah.
We'll try that.
Okay.
That's not it.
Other way. We'll do that way. Just a little bit.
Almost.
A little bit more.
Smidgen.
Yeah.
A little bit of choke.
Again.
Right. Choke. Just keep it on choke.
A little bit, yeah.
Just a hair bit back.
Gas.
Ran out of gas, but it runs.
No, Mr. KZD for a tractor set. How long?
Since 90 something, he thought when his son gone off to or graduated from high school, he quit working on it. He said his son graduated in 97, 98.
Yeah.
So it's been sitting since 97, 98.
So about 23 years.
23 years
About 20
in a barn.
24 years,
just,
Any more gas?
just sitting there.
Nah, I think that's good enough, Munchkin. That's what we needed to find out. I don't want to run it very long because we have a coolant system. And it is a warm day.
That is true. But it ran. Didn't run much, but it ran. And it fires, so we know it goes.
So, order the radiator,
Yeah, I'll when I get home tonight, I'll get on the computer and I'll buy that radiator
Well, I'm
now.
gonna
button, switches,
Huh?
cover gasket
valve cover gasket.
since we brought up
Well,
It might be fine.
it might be fine.
Eh, a coil for it,
You know,
a proper coil for it.
there's this stuff called silicone.
yeah.
It's the doc's favorite.
It fixes everything.
The doc's,
No, it doesn't.
the doc's favorite gasket material. So, to find the wrench I had for this somewhere.
I have a 13. That's half. Woo! Here.
What?
Here's
That manifold's already kind of warm.
I bet so.
So,
Well, that's a little more Arkies and Sparkies and
yeah. Well, we did it. So it runs. We know it runs. Now,
this is something. Oh wow. Yeah, that's better.
we got some compression
That's
back.
better, Christopher. I can move my coil, take Scoopsy's coil.
Oh well.
Set it up right.
So Doc,
I need a good one now, it looks like.
I will order the
Since it's leaking.
I'll order the radiator tonight.
Yeah.
And if you want to kind of tinker on this in your free time, I know you're probably going, what the hell is free time? But
I have free time?
What is
What
this?
is that?
so
I have,
we could get the radiator on it. We got an SC that runs.
Alrighty.
We could cover it back up and
no. You'll give me a fist bump to Goober.
you goober boy. So there you go, guys. 23 years of sitting in a barn. It now sputs, putters, fires. Needs a radiator, needs some tin work, and a little bit of elbow grease. But we'll be ready. We can get it going. So, all right, boys. Boom. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for watching. It runs.
Boom, boom, boom.
We got it running.